Oh, it's probably because this is the most clear one. It's gonna be Gant. Actually, I could probably do with hammering that a little bit. I give it my best shot. Try a different finger. Okay. No, I'm gonna go with the middle finger. We'll try this one. Okay. Hammer the button. Hammer the enter button. Okay, not enough. Not enough hammering of the enter button. Oh, the button. Nope. Nope. Maybe I should just cover everything in white. Wait, that's not Gant. What? No. What? Oh, no, because this is from the evidence, isn't it? No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, seems the prints are too old. Phoenix. Now you're fabricating evidence. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh. That's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Psst. Hey you. Over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here. Maybe you should hold on to this. Piece of cloth folded and added to the court record. Okay. Chief's office. That desk on the other side of the room? Was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day, 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it here. He leaves us as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana's left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Gant, and the cleaning lady who's in here every morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Well, we might find something. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes? I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah. You wouldn't be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you, don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry? This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think... Chief Gant. Yes, I do. Might be a suspect, too. Yes. What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. No, I'm thinking. I was thinking. Right, let's examine. Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams of self-defenestration. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that. Yeah, these shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleared them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Oof. Right, so... yeah, there's not much here we can get. Alright, we've examined that. Ugh. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... oh, it's you two! Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. Is that the evidence sheet? It looks like what popped up when Edgeworth was talking about the evidence sheet. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. List of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Look at the case name. Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what that's doing here. Hold on, Detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... no, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long. Edgeworth told us this. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence that they kept to use. A half-size list of evidence. The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about the case. It would appear so. It was ripped in half. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Eek! To Chief Gant. We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID card on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... yeah, he did it. Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait, you, the one with the spike, without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair. You're free to go. Mr. Wright. Look, pal. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you didn't say you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm going to try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Yeah, I was going to come here anyway and chat with Lana. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning? It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I've finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Actually, let's have a look at this. Does this actually say anything? No. Okay. The drawing. Picture is drawn on the back of the evidence list in magic marker. Got a very bad feeling about this. Emma's prints. Showing evidence isn't going to do me any good now. I've got to get Lana to tell me everything she's hiding. Mr. Wright, you're evolving by leaps and bounds. I'm starting to see the hunger in your eyes. Thought psychological go with Emma. Okay. Oh, I just need. Oh, is it just talking to her? Oh, this is annoying. Keeping quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. Afraid of is more likely. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of? What is this person's name? Gant? Well, Miss Guy. Mr. Wright, you're addressing the Chief Prosecutor. Do not forget your place. No, I'm addressing my client. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a little bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he's respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offences. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Oh, flip. No, that's... No. Yeah. Emma's prints. You want proof of the Chief's wrongdoings? Here it is. That evidence proves someone is doing something wrong, all right. But it's not the Chief. Who would that be? You. Why, you, of course. Me? Yes. You seriously believe what you're saying, don't you? Don't you? Now that's scary. You seem to have the market means. Get to spend tonight in the cell next to me. You asked me, you're the one. Oh, I have to go through this again. Okay. Just send me back. I mean, here's a piece of evidence that was from his safe. That's so dumb. How is that not proof that he's hiding evidence? Okay, so we do this one with the picture. I just found this in a safe in the Chief's office. I didn't. It was on his desk. Oh, what? That's ridiculous, game. I presented the cloth. This jar piece, the piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? Pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. So as you surmised, I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say follow orders. That's more accurate than cooperate. The Nuremberg defense. Oh, always great. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken. I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon. You mean Edgeworth's knife? No, obviously not. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. Okay. Okay, so... that... okay, so... it wasn't... I was right that he was stabbed with the knife. Or stabbed with something else and then later stabbed with that knife. Even though he's already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes, it seems I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then... she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. The star, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? Why not have her answer that straight away? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust, or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room? I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer, Chief Gant. And what went down in the Chief's office 2 years ago? Chief Gant.